Hey beautiful being, so today I want to share with you something that I've been getting quite a lot of questions about lately, and it's about how to not get drained when speaking to other people. I've been getting this question from a lot of people who identify as empaths, people who feel a lot, people who tend to pick up other people's energy, especially in environments when there's a lot going on and when there are a lot of people around. And usually they ask the question in this kind of way where it's like, I feel like I just need to go and hide. I feel like I can't be around other people, or when I've been with other people, I feel that afterwards it's like I need an energetic bath, or I need to like recharge or be alone, just get away from people and kind of do this energetic cleansing. Or they just feel flat out drained, where it's like, oh my god, that was intense, that was a lot, that did not feel nourishing, I don't know what to do. And so if you recognize this, if you perhaps identify as an empath, or simply somebody, without putting a label on it, somebody who feels a lot, somebody who can feel people, somebody who can feel energy a lot, then let me know in a comment down below, so I know that, you know, there are many of us out there. I personally also feel a lot, and I used to pick up other people's energy all the freaking time, and I don't anymore. And I especially used to notice this a lot when, after giving a workshop or a retreat, and say it maybe was a one evening intro workshop for something, and then by the end of the evening there's this line of people who want to speak to me, and I'm like talking to this person, and then talking to this person, and then talking to this person, and talking to this person, and talking to this person, and then by the end of it I'm like, fuck, I just need like a pizza and a movie to just numb all of that out, or I need to go and like have a healing session or a massage, or I need to go and throw myself into the ocean and just cleanse all of that out, or something to just refill. And so if you are someone who works with people, maybe you're a yoga teacher or a coach, or you give workshops or retreats, or maybe you do videos, maybe you give webinars, maybe you give presentations or speak on stage, you might be recognizing this, or you simply, you know, hang around humans, which most of us humans do, then this is definitely for you. And there are a few different layers that I want to go through in this, a few different components, you could say. And the first layer of this is understanding your energetic disposition and energetic nuances, and how are you being with your energy moment by moment by moment. And when you begin to become sensitive to this and aware of this and masterful with this, then you also begin to feel how other people are in this way with you when you are in connection with somebody. And so I'm going to lay it out in 5 different ways that you can be anchored or have your energy flow in different directions. And so the first one that I want to go through, and you can check this with yourself as I'm speaking them, which one are you most at home in, and which one do you sort of do the most often, and which one do you feel the most often from people. The first one that I want to speak of is energetic penetration. Energetic penetration is that quality when somebody's kind of intense with their presence, and when you're standing in front of them or dancing in front of them, it's like they're moving into you with their energy, with their presence, almost as if they're moving through you, and you feel this energy coming towards you. And if this is you doing, you can feel your own energy kind of moving into the other person's field. And this is something that can be either very beautiful, very kind of arousing, very activating, or very creepy, depending on if this feels like a mutual full yes. For example, if you're in a relationship, or you're dating someone, or just starting to see someone, and you feel that attraction, if they do this energetic penetration towards you, you might feel that that spark. And on the flip side of that is the energetic invitation. And so this is when your energy, or the energy of a person, is in the quality of inviting, of alluring, of pulling in. So it's almost like an energetic come here, moving into that person. And when you're doing this, you can feel this quality of inviting somebody in. Again, if this is a mutual yes, then usually this can be a really, really beautiful dance between that inviting and the penetrating quality of energy. Now, on the slightly more kind of like flip side of these two, you have energetic neediness, which is when somebody is kind of, it's kind of linked to the penetration, but it's different. So penetrating is this almost like empowered, it can be aligned, it can be honest, it can also be manipulative and seductive, but the energetic neediness you can really feel when somebody is like, they really want your energy, and it's almost like they're out here. Or if you're feeling this from yourself, you'll notice this when you're like, you really want somebody's approval, or you really want somebody to like you or to notice you. It's like you almost have like these hooks that you're throwing out and hooking into the other person energetically. And if you've ever felt this from another person, you probably know that it's not the most attractive, amazing, relaxed thing to be around. Very often the response to that, when somebody is in this kind of hooky, needy, energetically graspy, almost like parasitical energy, which usually comes from a really innocent longing for love. That's the beauty and in a way the cuteness of it and the innocence of it. But nonetheless, when somebody is in this energetically needy state, it's usually because they have an unspoken or unconscious need or unfulfilled need for love, usually because they haven't found that within themselves, and so they're like hooking in their need for love into you. The response to this is the flip side of the inviting, which is the blocking. And so if somebody is needing your energy, very often what happens is that you block, you just like become this energetic wall. This can also be in response to the penetration and other energetic dynamics as well. But most often notice when somebody is really needy for your energy, it's like blockage. Or if somebody's kind of like creepy, especially if it's like needy, creepy, sleazy, like on you, it's like, I don't want this, and you block your energy. Now that could be seen as a kind of healthy response if that's your only go-to option. However, when you block your energy towards another person, the sad part of that is you actually block your own energy as well. And so even if you kind of manage to set up like an energetic boundary, which actually is rooted in a sense of separation to begin with, so ultimately it's not the truest response from the core of your being, but it's a very, you know, helpful and useful strategy, again, if that's the only thing that you have available for just like blocking out that energy from another person. But then when you move away from that, it's like, I need to then go and do something to shake loose and have my energy flow again. And so if you do this a lot, you'll notice that you walk around almost like this inner prison, where you are inside the container of your own small energetic wall or box, and it feels like confinement, energetic blockage. And when you do this towards somebody where you're energetically needy and somebody blocks you, it's like you almost want it more, right? So you become even more needy. So perfect match. Okay, and so now let's go to the fifth one, which is my favorite, which is simply being vertically rested. Simply being rested in your own self. Simply being here. It's not that you're pulling, or that you're penetrating or needing or blocking, but you're just here. You're just here. And there's this quality when you are vertically rested. And when I say vertical, I mean that you're connected. You're feeling this vertical quality of being plugged in. I'll say more about that in a moment and how you can utilize that, especially if you're feeling that you're being drained by other people, or not by other people, it's ultimately your reality that you're creating. But when you notice that in response to other people you're feeling drained, then the vertical plugged inness is going to be golden for you. I'll speak to that in just a moment. But basically what this means is that there is a quality of energetic embodiment from the inside, where it's like this emanation. It's not that you are empty inside and you need to block and cover all these vacuums and holes within you where people can kind of come in with their energy, where you feel susceptible to other people's energy, you feel like you might be invaded and therefore you need to block. It's none of that. Instead, it's a quality of just opening, and it's a feeling of, from the core, from your center, from your entire body, you're energetically filled up from the inside, where you can feel your breath moving like this beautiful river of energy through your body, all the way through. And you're present. You can feel your back, you can feel your neck, your head, your chest, your heart, your belly, your sex center, your legs, your lower legs, your feet, your thighs, your hands, your breath. Your face is open and relaxed, and you can be in connection with somebody and you're just here. And even if they are trying to do all these things, or penetrate you, or hook in, or lure you in, or anything like that, you're just here. It's like the corresponding hook within you isn't there anymore, because you are just filled up from the inside. You're vertically rested. You're in yourself. And now the vertical plugged inness is something that works incredibly well for me. It works incredibly well for a lot of people that I've worked with and coached. And so I would love to hear from you in the comments down below as well, if you get this, if you grok this. Because if I'm working with someone one-on-one, then you know, we can go through this really easily, because I can feel how the energy is moving inside their body. And so let me know if it's clear enough the way I'm speaking it right now, so that you get it, so that you can use it in your own life, so it's useful for you. Take a moment right now and just feel the earth underneath you. Feel the planet underneath you. I don't care if you are subscribed to the round earth theory, or the flat earth theory, or the torus field, or whatever. Regardless of your shape of the earth, just feel the magnitude and the just massiveness of this planet that we are on, and feel the incredible groundedness of planet Earth underneath you. And feel just the billions and zillions and trillions of atoms vibrating in the earth. Everything that's growing, everything that is being born from the earth. Just the incredible life force energy that's in the earth. And then allow a river of energy to flow between you and the earth. And if you want, you can take a few breaths where you breathe in and you just allow this to flow up through you, and you breathe out and you let it back down again. So it's like an energy rising and falling. You feel this vertical connection with the earth. And then from the crown of your head, you open the connection towards the sky. And simultaneously here, just feel into the unfathomable distance and space above your head. Just that incredible, insane infinity spaciousness above you. And feel the connection with the solar system, with the stars, with the galaxies, with the universe, with everything. And allow for that to flow down into you. And you can synchronize this with your breath, and you can simply feel it like an energetic quality. Great. And now, and this is especially easy sometimes when you're standing, you can really feel your feet on the ground, especially if you're outside, but either way, it really works energetically. You can do it sitting or even laying down. It's just this feeling of being connected to the earth and to the sky. And when you're talking with someone, so imagine that you and I are in conversation right now, we're talking like this, and I'm open towards you and I'm connecting towards you. At the same time, I'm feeling this river of energy moving up and down through my body, between the earth and the sky, between the sky and the earth. And you can do the same. You can just feel this continuous nourishment. Breathing that up through your body, up into your spine, receiving energy down into your body. Just feel that permeability and receptivity for life to flow through. Yeah, great. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm speaking about being vertically rested or vertically plugged in. You're just present, you're just here. And so I mentioned now 5 different energetic dispositions. The energetic penetration, the energetic pulling in, the energetic hooking in, or like neediness, the energetic blocking, and then the energetic feeling of just being vertically rested. You're just here, you're just present. And there's actually a 6th one that I want to mention, which is it's kind of linked to the neediness, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that, which is simply when you are going outside of yourself. And so what I mean by that is, for example, if you're talking to people, especially if you're a coach and you're a giver, or you're a yoga teacher, or you're a dance teacher, or you're somebody where people come to you because they want something. It's more like they are on the side of the bar where they are thirsty, and you're on the side of the bar where you're serving the drinks. It's like they're coming here and like they want an answer. Maybe you've written a book and you're at a book signing, and you're signing books, and they're all wanting like a little bit of your attention. Now what can happen in response to that quality of them wanting a little bit of your attention is that you get pulled off your center, and you get pulled into this feeling of being outside of yourself. And so this is what I used to experience a lot after workshops when people were lining up to speak to me, which is so beautiful and so innocent, where I would be like, yeah, just like really being there for this person, then really being there for this person, really being there for this person, being there for this person. And there was this feeling of almost like my energetic being, my energy body was almost like detaching from my physical body and like going out here. And you know this feeling when you're like out here and giving, but it's coming from lack, it's coming from people pleasing usually, it's coming from trying too hard, something like that. And it's perfectly corresponding to the neediness. It's like when somebody's coming with a neediness and you don't block, but instead you're like, oh, okay, somebody wants your attention, you're like, okay, here's my life force. And ultimately there's no separation, life force energy just circulates everywhere, but on the human level, I think you know what I mean by this. So when you go outside of yourself, that is when you feel drained, as well as when you block. But very often if you feel other people and you feel drained, it's usually because you're like, pulled into their space too much, and it's not serving for either one of you, because they walk away from the conversation like not really feeling fully connected either, because you haven't embodied that imprint. And so instead, just be vertically rested. And this so happens to be the energetic quality that people tend to feel the most attracted to, in a way that feels really easeful, that feels really just relaxing, that feels really nourishing to be with. In other words, when you're vertically rested, people feel deeply nourished in your presence. People feel deeply at home in your presence. People usually feel like they can just be themselves in your presence, where it's not a feeling of that they have to be a certain way or show up a certain way, or they have to audition for you, or they have to try anything, but it's just like, hey, we're hanging out, cool. And you'll notice when people are vertically rested within themselves and energetically plugged in vertically, whether they're feeling this river of energy or it's just this groundedness, it's confidence is another word for it. Confidence is also this feeling of being rested within your own being. I was going to say vertically, it doesn't have to be vertically rested, that's just what it feels like for me. But if this resonates, let me know down below. And also if you feel it in another way. And I also noticed that things like meditation and breath and just feeling this subtle energy current moving through really helps to anchor this in, as well as working out. Like every single time when I've been to the gym and I've been doing some kind of weightlifting or like lat pull downs or chin ups or something where it's like activating a lot of that energy, and like kettlebell swings or different things that really activate the bigger muscle groups, is like, boom, I walk away from that and I feel so just in my body. And so if you haven't tried out weightlifting or any kind of like more physical hardcore workout, then I would highly recommend it. It has other benefits as well for, you know, your sex life and other things, and your creativity and your business and all the good things. So yeah, basically workout. So there you have it. Energetic penetration, the energetic pulling in, energetic neediness, energetic blockaging, energetic going outside of yourself, and just being. And so play with this. So next time you're in a conversation with somebody, just play with this. It's like a portion of your awareness is with the person. You're fully connected, you're fully present, and at the same time your energetic awareness is bigger than just this that is happening. Just tuning in, and it doesn't matter if they are doing whatever of the other five. You can just be, and you can be that presence. You can bring that quality. You can be that quality that you wish to see in the world. You can bring that wherever you go, and in that way you are in full creative control of your reality. I think that's it for today. Wishing you a beautiful day.